I'm Danny with Classic Performance Products, and today I have in front of me our Blazer Frame Shortening Kit. Now this is going to help you take a long bed or short bed C10 pickup and cut it into a 6772 Blazer frame setup. It's really basic, it's straightforward, it's nothing complicated about the whole job. Comes with all the templates that you're going to need. Kind of go over that in some detail, starting with the template at the front of the chassis. It's marked for cross member, and that's going to align where your trailing arm cross member goes. The holes on the bottom of that are going to actually align to a rivet on the bottom that you got to remove. And then you're going to have the 3 bolts behind that, and then one on the top, which are going to become these 3 bolts. This plate on the inside of the frame has these 3 bolts, and then you have the decorative cover plate on the outside of the frame. And then you're going to make a cut whether you have a short bed or a long bed, which is all clearly labeled. And by the way, those labels are made so that when you put it on the other side of the chassis, you can still read long bed and short bed to know how to align it. And then it has the other 3 holes on the side, plus the top and the bottom, which are going to align with the other plates you're going to put on, the one inside the frame and outside. The beauty of this whole setup with the template is that you can't make a mistake in cutting the wheelbase. When you go to shorten the frame to get the wheelbase, the first part of the template here, the bolt pattern is really what's going to drive how it goes back together. So as long as you can drill the 3 holes and the other 3 holes through the template, the wheelbase will be right. You can cut it long or short. If you cut it wrong and it's too long, it won't go together. You stop and cut it again till it does go together. If it's too short, it just goes together with a gap, but it still goes together. 1/4 inch thick steel plate on the inside of the frame where it's going to bolt up again, and then 3/16 on the outside of the frame. And you can also weld the frame as you do this. It's no big deal. After that, there's going to be some new body mounts that you're going to have to put on instead of cab mounts and bed mounts. So in the back of the chassis, you had some bed mounts. They're going to come off. This becomes a cab mount. It was a bed mount here. You're going to add this mount entirely. There's another template which is in place holding the location for this. It picks up the original bed mount, 2 holes, and it lays on top of the frame, and it gives you your top 2 holes to start drilling for this body mount here, and you drill the bottom 2 through the mount and bolt it on. Again, really simple and hard to get that wrong. When you get to the end of the chassis, what you're going to need to do is put the template on right here, and this is going to really be the end. And if you had a long bed, it's going to start by connecting at the long bed hole and give you a place to cut the frame to become the short bed. There's also sort of, it's hard to see maybe with this oval that you need to cut out. That's for the last body mount. It was a small bolt hole because it was a bed mount. It's a little bit different. This clears a rivet in the frame, so you don't got to take off a bunch of rivets. And then it's going to have other mounting points for the last mount that's going to go up here and show you where to drill those holes. These 4 holes are the bumper mount holes. There's 4 holes originally on the frame for the Blazer. They're going to be in this location. So you really straightforward and basic. Can't miss how you put it together. It's a matter of cutting it at the front, cutting it at the back, and drilling all the holes, and the rest of it's going to bolt in. You can take it to a welding shop later on and have it welded, whether it's a muffler shop guy or welded in your garage, or just leave it bolted together. It's a complete kit, all the mounts, including the bump stops, everything that you need to do to make your C10 chassis become a Blazer chassis. To find out about this or other products, you can find us on the web at www.classicperform.com or give us a call at 714-522-2000.